Have you ever felt guilty for resting? Not just resting physically, but truly pausing, taking a break, sitting still, doing nothing for a moment. As if rest were something you had to earn or justify, as if stopping meant falling behind. Many of us carry this quiet belief that rest is wasted time, that every moment should be productive, that every hour should be filled, that every pause should be replaced with action. But what if rest is not wasted at all? What if rest is not the opposite of progress, but part of it? We live in a world that moves quickly, always rushing forward, always measuring value through output. How much you do, how much you finish, how much you achieve, and slowly, without noticing, we begin to measure our worth the same way, by how busy we are, by how full our schedules look, by how little we rest. Rest begins to feel like laziness, like falling behind, like losing time. But rest is not absence, it is preparation. Think about how nature moves. Day turns into night. Summer gives way to winter. Even the sun sets, only to rise again. Nature does not rush endlessly. It moves in cycles. Growth followed by rest. Effort followed by stillness. Even the strongest trees do not grow every second of every day. There are seasons of expansion and seasons of quiet, and both are necessary. Imagine trying to stay awake without ever sleeping. At first, you might manage. You push through tiredness. You keep going, but slowly, your thoughts become foggy. Your body weakens. Your focus fades. Not because you're incapable, but because you're exhausted. Sleep is not wasted time. It is restoration. Without it, everything begins to fail. Rest works the same way in your daily life. Not just physical rest, but mental rest, emotional rest, moments where you allow yourself to pause without guilt. Have you ever noticed how solutions often appear after you stop trying so hard? When you're stuck on a problem, you push and push, but nothing changes. Then you step away, you rest your mind, and suddenly, clarity appears. Not because you forced it, but because you allowed space. Rest creates that space. Space for thoughts to settle. Space for energy to return. Space for understanding to grow quietly. There is a difference between stopping and giving up. Stopping is intentional. Giving up is surrender. Rest is not surrender, it is renewal. It is choosing to care for your energy instead of draining it completely. Sometimes the strongest thing you can do is rest. Not because you're weak, but because you're aware. Aware that constant movement without recovery leads to exhaustion. Have you ever noticed how your body speaks when you ignore rest? Fatigue that lingers, tension that builds, a heaviness that doesn't fade. These are not signs of failure. They are signals, messages asking you to slow down. But many of us have learned to ignore those signals. We drink more caffeine, push a little harder, tell ourselves, we'll rest later. But later often becomes never. And over time, the cost grows. Not always immediately, but gradually. Rest is not just about stopping, it is about listening. Listening to your limits, listening to your needs, listening to your energy, because without rest, effort loses its strength. Imagine a field that is planted again and again without ever being allowed to recover. At first, crops may grow, but over time, the soil weakens, nutrients disappear, growth slows, not because the seeds are bad, but because the ground is exhausted. Rest restores the soil. It prepares the ground for future growth. And your mind, your body, your emotions are no different. Without rest, you cannot sustain growth. You can force movement for a while, but not forever. There is also wisdom in recognizing that rest improves performance, not weakens it. Athletes understand this. Muscles grow, not during exercise, but during recovery. The work creates strain. Rest rebuilds strength. Without recovery, strength cannot form. The same is true for your thoughts, your creativity, your patience, your focus. All of them require rest. To remain strong, rest allows you to return with renewed clarity, with renewed strength, with renewed purpose. And yet, many people struggle to rest without guilt. They sit down, but their minds continue racing, thinking about unfinished tasks, feeling pressure to keep moving, as if stillness must always be justified. But rest does not need permission. It does not need explanation. It is not something you earn only after exhaustion. It is something you practice before exhaustion arrives. There is also beauty in intentional rest, not distraction, but true rest. Not scrolling endlessly, not filling silence with more noise, but allowing quiet moments to exist. Moments where nothing is demanded. Moments where you simply exist, breathing, observing, being present. Rest does not always look dramatic. Sometimes it looks like sitting quietly for a few minutes, closing your eyes, taking a slow breath, letting your shoulders relax, allowing your thoughts to soften. These small pauses may seem insignificant, but over time, they change how you feel. They steady your energy. They calm your mind. They restore your focus. Rest is not wasted because it protects what matters: your energy, your clarity, your well-being. Without rest, even meaningful work becomes heavy. Without rest, even simple tasks feel overwhelming, but with rest, effort feels lighter, more manageable, more sustainable. There is also patience in learning to rest, because rest does not always produce immediate results. You may not feel restored after one pause. You may not feel energized after one quiet moment. But just like progress, rest works gradually, quietly, accumulating strength over time. Every moment of rest is an investment, not lost time, but stored energy. Energy that will be used later. Energy that allows you to continue without breaking. So maybe today, you don't need to push harder. Maybe you don't need to fill every moment with activity. Maybe what you need is permission to pause, permission to breathe slowly, permission to sit quietly, permission to step back without guilt, because rest is not wasted time. It is restoration. It is preparation. It is strength in its quietest form, and over time, you may begin to notice something surprising when you allow yourself to rest. You move forward with more clarity, with more energy, with more patience, not because you did less, but because you cared for what fuels your effort. So if today you feel tired, if your mind feels heavy, if your energy feels low, consider resting, not as an escape, but as renewal, not as weakness, but as wisdom. Because rest is not the absence of progress. It is the foundation that makes progress possible. And perhaps the next time you pause, the next time you breathe deeply, the next time you choose stillness, you will remember this. Rest is not wasted time. It is time that prepares you to continue